Well, I'm not really sure if this is important, but I know this is a great loan. So in today's conversation, I want to speak to you about the $2 million Biz2Credit Business Loan, 6 months in business, a FICO of 575, term loans and working capital funding. This is really a great offer. I want you to stick around till the end of today's conversation. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a $2 million Biz2Credit Business Loan. Minimum requirement, 6 months in business, FICO 575, that's the minimum. Term loans and working capital funding are available. One thing I want to say right off the bat, this is not a promotional video. We have no affiliation, no relationship with Biz2Credit. This is purely educational. And one thing you need to think about here is that Biz2Credit is basically a marketplace lender. So they use a network of financial institutions. They match borrowers with loan options. And what we love is that they offer a wide constellation of loans, okay? So those are the pros of the platform. What about the cons? Well, they function as a platform and not a direct lender, because some business owners and entrepreneurs, they will love to talk to the lender directly. But again, it's always good to go through a middleman, if you will. And one thing we don't like with Biz2Credit is that they allow lending guidelines to vary. So this is really a little problematic for us. But again, at the end of the day, if you know how to apply through Biz2Credit, you can get approved for up to $2 million in loan. And one thing I want to say here is that they do offer a full constellation of business loans, some of which are industry specific, like loans for car dealerships, salons, gas stations, restaurants, and hotels and motels, okay? As a credit resource, Biz2Credit connects businesses of all sizes, and particularly small businesses, with loans and financing options. So it doesn't matter it doesn't matter the sector you're in, it doesn't matter the size of your business, they will get you a loan. And loans that they have includes merchant cash advances, SBA loans, business lines of credit, real estate financing, equipment financing, franchise loans, disaster loans, business acquisition loans, business credit cards, unsecured loans, bad credit business loans, and working capital loans. And this is a great platform that we have rated 9.5 over 10. This is our rating. So after actually evaluating several criteria, we have rated this platform Biz2Credit 9.5 over 10. And you can see that our rating was also confirmed by platforms such as Trustpilot, where Biz2Credit received nearly 14,000 reviews, and they have a rating of excellent. So 4.5 out of 5. This is really great for 14,000 reviews. And on Consumer Affairs, they received a rating of 4.3 out of 5 from 653 ratings. Again, excellent. So let's talk about the term loan. So when you go to Biz2Credit, to the platform, you can actually you can actually apply for a business term loan. So here with this kind of loan, you have the stability to grow revenue over time. We love that. And the amount goes from $25,000 to $500,000. Okay, the term 12, 18, 24, and 36 months. So you have options there, okay? And you can receive approval in 24 hours or less. It really depends on the solidity of your business loan application. And the repayment can be weekly, bi-monthly, and monthly. So this could be, if you get chosen for a weekly repayment, you just need to make sure that your liquidity, your internal liquidity flows, your cash inflows and outflows are in sync with their repayment program, okay? And one thing you need to understand is that their loans are kind of cool. They're flexible. They give you the ability to grow your business, to access to full cash amount upfront, to use it for a broad range of business needs, You can free up operational cash flow. This is really good. And you can benefit from tax deductible interest. Okay, so this is really good. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. You're getting a lot of cash from Biz2Credit or one of their lending partners, to be more precise. Okay, and again, the loan amount here, $25,000, and this can go all the way to $500,000, $500,000. It depends on the solidity of your business application. And we love three things when we try to evaluate Biz2Credit as a platform. We love a trifecta. First, you have the repayment simplicity. The second, you have a team of funding specialists who can work with you. They will work with you. They will advise you. They will guide you. Great. And the third thing we love is the fast funding. You get funded real fast. So you can apply in just 4 minutes or 5 minutes, and you get approved for a business term loan within 24 hours, and you get funded within 72 hours of submitting your application. So things can actually go real fast. Okay. But the big question is, you need to be clear about your intentions. You need to be clear about your goals. Is a business term loan from Biz2Credit right for your business? Those are really things you need to think about. Here are the requirements. You need to have an annual revenue greater than $250,000. So the minimum revenue is $250,000 gross income. Your credit score must be 660 or above, and you must be at least 18 months in business. So this is the standard, the trifecta of criteria that they want you to have. Okay, annual revenue $250,000 plus, FICO score 660 plus, and at least 18 months in business. Let me talk to you about the working capital, folks. We are still having a conversation about the Biz2Credit and the business loan that can go all the way to $2 million. And I want to talk to you about the working capital. So with working capital, you have funding amounts from $25,000 to $2 million. You get approved for within 24 hours. You have a working capital that can be in sync with your business. Okay, so they have all kinds of solutions, working capital solutions for the business. This is really good. And what we love is that they do have a team, a working capital funding team that will work with your business to make sure you get the right amount and you get the amount fast. This is really important. And you can use the working capital loan for a variety of reasons. You can use it to grow your business, to cover one-time business expenses. You can hire staff. Let's say you just are in an industry where you are growing like crazy, but you need cash to scale, to grow more. You can use the cash to hire staff, to buy equipment, to pay down operational costs. This is really good. To purchase inventory. That's really good. Okay. And to expand your workplace. Let's say you want to you want to innovate, you want to renovate and you want to expand the workplace. This could be a great opportunity. And one thing I want to say here is that this is really, for you to actually get that $25,000 all the way to $2 million, you need to meet a list of requirements, including your annual revenue must be greater than $250,000. So again, the $250,000 revenue threshold, that's the minimum here. And your FICO score 575 or above. This is really good. This is accessible to most entrepreneurs and small business owners. And you need to be at least 6 months in business. This is really good again, because basically they were allowing startups to get into the game. Now, if you have annual revenue that is less than 6 months, you can extrapolate, you can project the annual revenue. Okay, so this is not a problem. If you don't have actual revenue, not a problem. You can basically extrapolate here, you can project it. And all you need to do to apply for this working capital funding, you just need to create your profile. It takes about 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Okay, you got to give them your basic business information so they can understand your funding needs. Then you have to submit your application for funding. Okay, this takes about 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes when we did it. You need to complete the application by submitting documentation about your business's finances. Then they will connect you with your funding specialist. Okay, and so they will take a look at your application, and they will actually take a consultative approach to match you with a funding option that works best for your business. Okay, so you have the platform, the website, and then you have the persons behind the website who will look at a serious application and help you connect with a lender. Okay, and you get approved fast. So you can get approved within 24 hours. This is really fantastic, as long as you have a solid application. So when we have a conversation about Biz2Credit Business Loan and working capital funding, there are a few features that we want to highlight. And this is really great. We love the fact that with the Biz2Credit platform, you're able to have access to small business funding. This is important. They have the financing tools that you need to grow your business, okay? And the good thing is that as of today, hundreds of thousands of small businesses have used the platform, and they use financial technology. Remember, Biz2Credit goes through, they use a fintech, okay? So they have invested millions of dollars every year into their platform. And what we love is that the question is, are you interested? Is that good for you? Or how does that help you? Big decision time, big decision time. How does a fintech platform such as Biz2Credit help you grow and scale your business? Well, one thing you need to understand is that the funding platform that they currently have has the latest technology. You are talking about the state of the art technology, okay? You can have a great financing experience online no matter where you are. They have a dynamic dashboard, okay? So you know where your request for funding stands at every stage of the process with a helpful dashboard of your very own Biz2Credit account. So once you sign up, you can see everything through your dashboard. You can take action when you need it, and you can get alerted when your financing application has an update that needs your attention. Let's say they need additional information, they need additional paperwork. You can see that on the dashboard. They also have a 4 to 5 minute funding application. This is really good, and you're able to actually get the funding real fast. And the good thing is that filling out your application will not affect your credit score, okay? And you also have auto analysis of financial statements. Those are the tools, folks. I'm giving you the tools. I'm giving you the tools, the modules, the settings that make fintech, a business loan or working capital funding program from fintech, very interesting. So you have the auto analysis of financial statements. They have the Biz Analyzer Virtual CFO. So you can see your Biz Analyzer score to see how your business compares to others in the industry. And you can get tailored recommendations to improve your fundability. You have a secure document storage. Okay, this is really good. You can secure up to 10 gigabytes of business documents for funding requests at no extra cost to you. You can also manage revisions, sync and share files using their online or desktop application. And they also have technology around repayment and refinance, so you can basically see what's really happening in terms of your refinance application or your repayment application, your repayment program rather. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about Biz2Credit Business Loans and Working Capital Funding Program. And I want to talk to you about the evidence you need to actually qualify for this loan. So basically, Biz2Credit is a marketplace lender. So as you go through the process, the application process, they will ask you for a few things. On the application, for example, they will ask you why you are applying for the loan, how would the loan proceeds be used, what assets need to be purchased, and who are your suppliers, what other business debt do you currently have, this is your debt schedule, and who are your creditors, and who are the members of your management team, okay? And in some cases, they might ask you for a personal background. It's important for Biz2Credit to help you, but they need to get more intel about your business. So we're talking about important documents such as resumes, okay? Resumes of all the founding members will be interesting. In some cases, they want you to have a business plan. Okay, it's important, especially if you are asking for a large amount that goes from, let's say, $250,000 or $500,000 or $1 million or $2 million. You want to have a business plan to back up your request. Okay, you need to explain what you're going to use the money for and how you're going to use those activities in your business plan to generate more revenue. It's all about causality here, okay? They're giving you a loan. They want to make sure you're using the loan to generate more revenue. And they might ask you for a business credit report. Again, those are optional here because they only care about your FICO, but the requirements for the FICO are also very low. You have 660 all the way to 575, but if your business has a credit report, they might just ask for it. Your income tax returns are also important. Here we are speaking about your business tax returns, and in some cases your personal tax returns, but they mostly care about the business tax returns. We are speaking about your 1065, your 1120S, or 1120C. Okay, and those, they could go all the way to the last 3 years. And in some cases, you might want to provide the funding specialist team, the funding specialist at Biz2Credit, your financial statements. And here we are talking about your balance sheet, your income statement, your cash flow statement, and your statement of owner's equity. They might also ask you for your bank statements. So for the last 3 months or 6 months, depending upon the solidity of your application. And in some cases, they might ask for legal documents. It really depends on your company. So they might ask for business licenses and registrations, articles of incorporation, copies of contract you have with any third party, franchise agreements, commercial leases, and yeah, this is about it. I want to talk to you about the rates and fees. It's important. I have given you the range. When we talk about a business loan, the amount you are looking at an amount that goes all the way to $250,000. With the working capital funding, you have $25K all the way to $2 million, right? What about the fees here? So one thing you need to understand is that Biz2Credit does not charge application fees, and you can use any of their online tools for free. However, you will pay an underwriting fee of $250 to $400 for a non-bank loan such as a merchant cash advance if your transaction closes. Remember, they only charge you if the transaction closes, okay? So borrowers pay a fee to Biz2Credit after closing bank loans, and the cost depends on the size and the type of the transaction. And some commercial real estate loans require a fee at closing as well, okay? And interest rates on Biz2Credit business loans depend on the borrower's credit history and how fast the borrower needs the money. So it's really important for you to think about the emergency versus the liquidity needs. So let me give you an example. SBA and non-traditional bank loans can take longer to process than non-bank loans, but tend to offer the best interest rates. Remember that Biz2Credit is a marketplace lender. They are a lending platform. They have a lot of partners in their network. They do have banks, but also non-banks. Okay, non-banking institution. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that Biz2Credit can actually approve and disburse loans in as little as 24 hours, as long as you have the proper documentation, okay? And you will transmit identifiable information, including your name, address, phone number, email, financial profile, social security number, your FICO score. And in terms of the APR goes from 5% all the way to 29%. It depends on the lender. It depends on the lender, and you have to be very clear about what you need for. Okay, let me give you an example. Money. So for working capital funding, the APR can go from 5% all the way to 19.99%. For the term loans, the interest or factor rate starts from 8.99%. And you have term lengths 12 to 36 months. You have other fees, 1 to 6% origination fee, okay? For the commercial real estate loans, the interest rate starts at 10%. Here you have a loan that goes from $250,000 to $6 million. The term length 12 to 36 months. Okay, so you have an idea of the APRs and the term lengths when we are talking about a Biz2Credit business loan, a working capital funding program, and a commercial real estate loan. To close, let me give you other pertinent information that you need to have in mind, you need to keep in mind when you are thinking about Biz2Credit business loans. One thing I want to say here is that based on our analysis, the application process is excellent. Okay, this is really great. You have it takes about 4 to 5 minutes, in some cases 7 minutes, but it's really fast. They ask you for they give you a clear idea of what they need from you. So we have rated this application process like 10 over 10. Fantastic. Okay, and one thing you need to understand is that once you enter your information, your business information, your revenue, your credit score, the platform will actually match you to one of their funding products. if you're given multiple options, you can choose the product that best suits your needs, okay? So after that, your experience will differ depending on the financial products that you choose. Biz2Credit may ask you to submit additional documentation at that time. And so in the best case scenario, you can secure funding within 24 to 72 hours. What about transparency? What about sales and advertising transparency? What about the pricing? Well, we have rated this part of the process very good, or at least good. The reason is that they are basically making sure they are disclosing all the fees and terms of their service on the website. So if you go to the website itself, if you look at the FAQ, the frequently asked questions, they have a knowledge center. They have a lot of information about the pricing, a lot of information about their process, a lot of information about their whole lending and underwriting process on the website. So we think this is really good. And they also maintain accounts on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So in terms of transparency, this is really good. What about customer service and technical support? Again, here we believe that Biz2Credit is doing a great job in that department. Their customer service, in our view, is stellar. Okay, you have several methods of contact, including by phone, email, contact form on the website, or through the site's integrated live chat. So the live chat can be a little aggressive, but it's an easy way to ask questions, especially if you are trying to apply for a loan and you want to ask as many questions as possible before applying for a loan. This is really good, okay? So at the end of the day, when we think about Biz2Credit, this is a platform that we highly recommend. They have they have multiple positive reviews compared to the negative reviews. This is way better. You have our rating 9.5/10. So those are criteria you should take into account when considering a business loan from Biz2Credit. All right, folks. This is it for today's conversation. In today's discussion, I spoke to you about Biz2Credit business loans and working capital funding programs. I gave you an overview of the programs, the term loan, the working capital. We spoke about the features. I gave you some information about the evidence needed. We spoke about terms and fees, and we talked about other pertinent information. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll speak to you another time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.